Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Neha, can you hear me? Hello. So, आज हम maths छोड़ के oh sorry, we're just going to play games today. All right, so what we're going to do is, well, maybe we're secretly going to do maths, but actually we're just going to play a game. So while we wait for people, will you all play with me? Huh? Okay, now. Yeah, okay. Some up, some down, I think. Okay. All right. So, okay, while we wait for people, can you guys make a big 5 by 5 grid? So shall I show you how to do this? So what you want to do, oh no. Yeah, so you're going to try to make a grid like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so when you finish, give me a thumbs up. I will also make one. I will also make one on my paper. So I've got a paper and a scale and a pencil, and I'll make a grid. No, I'm just going to, do I have to show them by making a grid? Thing is, angle थोड़ा painful रहता है मेरे लिए. कोई नहीं. Can you see? I hope you can see. So I'm just using a scale. One, two, three, four. I need to do one more. Okay. When you finish, can you show me your grids? Can you hold them up? If anybody's finished, should have something like this. Ah, yay, very nice. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. So now let me show you a small version. So don't play with me right now. Let me just show you what's going to happen. I'm going to show you on a very, very small space. So we are going to play the real game on a 5 by 5 grid, but let me explain what's happening. So I'm going to get some numbers between 1 and 9. Okay, I'm going to be able to tell what the number right now is, and I also know what number I get next. So I've got 8 and I've got a 1, and I have to put this into my grid. So maybe I can put the 1 here. Sorry, should have put the 8. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm going to cheat. Okay, so I had a 1, and the next number I get is going to be an 8. So I finished with the 1. Okay, so I'm going to keep on filling in. So I'm going to put numbers, and I'll let you play. In about 5 minutes, we'll all play together. Right now, just listen to me. I'll explain the rules. I'm just going to show you what happens. You're going to keep on putting numbers in. So we already got an 8, 1. We got a 1, then an 8. Now there's one more 1. Then I'm going to have a 3 and another 3. Okay, so I got one more 3. I'm going to put it in somewhere. Okay, we're just waiting for people to come. Don't worry. Now I've got 2 8s. I'm going to also add them to my grid. Okay, so when the game ends, you're going to get something like this. I understand right now you have no idea what I'm doing. That's okay. I'm just going to give you numbers. You're going to write them in, and we're going to play this game together. Okay, so let me first tell you what's going on. So for people who've just joined us, in the beginning, we all made a 5 by 5 grid. Now, we're going to get some numbers come into that grid. So you're going to know which number you have now. You also know what's the next number. So right now I've got a 5. I put the 5 somewhere in the box. Okay, I put both. I went too fast. Sorry. Okay, so you write down those 5s. I wrote... Okay, so whenever I put a number next to the same number, so 5 next to a 5 is going to give me 5 points. Okay, so after this, I told you the next thing is a 2. So I put a 2, I put another 2, and then I put another 2. How many points do you think I have? So every time I put a number next to a number, right next to a number, anybody want to give me a... You can unmute. I don't know if you can unmute. We will unmute and tell me what you think. Why? So it's okay. So they can unmute. Great. So the score here is going to be 9 because each of these lines is worth 2 points. The red lines. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes. Okay. So a number next to the... Okay. Please repeat. Yeah, sure. So I have a bag. Okay, let me show you. No, not overhead, front. Yeah. Okay, so I've got a bag. Inside my bag, I've made these little tokens which have numbers in them. Okay, something strange is happening. Okay, so I'm going to take numbers out of my bag and I'm going to give you the number. We're going to put the number in our grid, we're going to write numbers into this, and then we're going to get some points. I'm trying to explain how we get points. So let me play with the numbers we have. Okay. So the first number I have. Okay. So the first thing. Sorry. So I'm going to get, so from my bag, I pulled a number and it was a 5. So, oh, you've already filled the grid. Can I see the grids? Have they filled the grids with these numbers or with some other numbers? This was the 3 by 3. You see, there is a screen on your screen. KGBV income pages. Yeah.
Madam.
Just see. Okay. Don't worry. I think I had them, no? Okay, wonderful. Okay, छोटा सा game खेले? Oh, sorry. Shall we play a small? Okay, you have the same numbers as me, I think. Yeah, okay. All right. So let me give you some new numbers. So make a small 3 by 3 grid. Okay, let me also make one. Can I first tell you how to score before you all start making grids? Why don't you put your grids down for a minute and look here. Tell me if it doesn't make sense. So like I showed you in the overhead, you're going to get some numbers. We're going to fill them into the screen. So if I got 2 5s and 3 2s, maybe I wrote it into my grid like this, right? So I've got a 5, 5, 2, 2, 2. I'm just starting to explain. I've not yet explained anything. So it's all right. Well, so far, all we've done is we've made a grid. We're putting numbers into the grid and we're figuring out how to get points. So if you put a 5 next to a 2, nothing, you get no points. But if you put a 2 next to a 2, that is 2 points. Can I annotate? I can't write on this, can I? Annotate, 1 second. Let me just. Yes, Pipini.
But text add kar sakte hain.
Yeah, so let me just do this. What I'm saying is if you put, yes, I'll show you. So 5 next to 5 is 5 points. Okay. So in every line is gives you points equal. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just, you ask me, how do I get, let me try to explain. Oh, sorry, that's it. 1 second.
ये windows ही.
This is make this a bit bigger. Okay, so I'm trying to show you why the score came. So this blue line is worth 5 points.
ఇంకోసారి చెప్పండి.
And the red line connects a number 2. So this is worth 2 points. Okay, so there's one red line worth 2 points. The 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay.
Madam, can you please repeat again?
On my screen and then I'll explain. Okay, so what happened is I got some numbers, I wrote them on a grid. If I write the same number next to itself, that gives me points equal to the number. So 5 next to 5 is 5, 2
Madam,
next
can
to
you
2
repeat
is
again?
2, 1 next to 1 is 1, etc. Okay, so does this make any sense?
Madam,
So the way you get a score of 9 is because there are 2 red lines worth 2 points each. So 2 plus 2, 4. And 1 blue line, which is worth 5 points. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay. Can somebody tell me if it's still not making any sense? What I'll go through We will do it a few times, so hopefully it will become clearer. But yeah, of course, you're welcome to ask. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now could I have got a score with
Madam,
the
once again
same
repeat.
numbers? Could I have done better than this? Could I have got a
Madam,
score
please once
more
again
than 9?
explain.
Yes, I could have got 2 points more if I put the 2 here. Now,
Madam, explain जरा madam.
something saying something.
Not understand పెట్టిల్ల మీరు.
Yeah, काम करोगे?
మేడం
Hello.
ఒక్కసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి. అర్థం కావట్లే మేడం. ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్
Okay. So we will explain again. Okay. Yeah, we are explaining. Okay, you have to unmute yourself. So the game is, wait, let me first unmute everyone. Yeah, we are repeating. Okay. So if you see here, there is a 5 by 5 grid. Okay. Everyone can see a 5 by 5 grid here, right? Yeah. So, okay. No. Hi, madam. Hi. Yeah, I'm starting with the 5 by. Okay, so you see here, there is a 5 by 5 grid, right? Now, what you have to do is, uh, Jyoti ma'am will say some numbers. She will show you two numbers at a time, and you have to fill those numbers in the grid. So you have made a 5 by 5 grid. You have to fill those numbers in this grid. So first, she got 5. So when she got 5, what did she do? So, okay, I will quickly, what I'll do is I will make a grid here. Uh, yeah, okay, I'll come there. Or should I do it from here? Oh, no. Okay, just give me, I'll do it from here. Am I able to just, okay, I don't have the controls. Okay.
So to do this, let me just tell you that. Okay. So the scoring rule is that if you, okay, so let's try to score this grid. Okay, so all of you made this, right? So let's figure out what the score for this grid is. How many 6s do I have? Just one, right? 1 6. So no 6 next to a 6. So no points for that. So when looking at this, I've got 1 6, no score. 3 next to 3. How many points? If I put a number next to the same number, that's 3 points. This is 1 1 1. So 3 links between the ones. So I get 3 points. 3 links between 8. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24. So can you tell me what the total score for this? Shall we do one together? हाँ बोलो.
So if you, okay. छोटा वाला बना दूँ? हाँ. So now if you see here, on the grid, on the 3 by 3 grid, do you see the 3 by 3 grid? So some numbers will come. So these are the tokens, okay? Now first, let's say the number is 8. You know that the number is going to be 8 and the next number is 6. So on this grid, you have to fill number 8. You can fill it anywhere, okay? Once you fill the number 8, you know the next number is 6. So now the number 8 has been filled. Okay, we have a grid. We will do it on the grid quickly. So here,
So may I have to play? Sorry, no.
okay, I'll just speak. You play.
Yeah. Okay.
So here is the grid. The first number is 8. So you can see now Jyoti ma'am will fill the number 8 on the grid.
हाँ हाँ चल मैं आइंदा तेरे हाथ से निकाल लूंगी.
आप इसमें fill करो.
मैं नोटबुक में भी कर सकती हूँ. Okay. Okay. So I've got a grid. Will you play with me? So you guys also try. It's okay if you don't get perfect. None of us will get perfect points. That's okay. So 8. I'm going to put an 8 here. You can put the 8 anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Next, after an 8 is going to be a 1.
Now 8 is placed, so it goes out, and now 1 is the next number. So you have to fill 1 on the grid anywhere you want. So Jyoti ma'am has put the 1 anywhere. And now after 1 is the number 7, and let's see what comes after 7. So after 7 is 8, but first we will fill the number 7 anywhere. Okay. So now you see Jyoti ma'am has filled it there. Now next is 8. Sorry, now the number is 8 and next is 4. Okay. Now you see you have to try to place 8 next to 8. Like where your 8 is there, you should try that 8 and 8 are together so that there is a link between them. There is a line. A link means a line between them, a connection. Like you and your friend. If you hold your hands, you get connected, right? So similarly, 8 and 8, they are same, they should be together. So that gives you one link, and one link equals 8 points because the number is 8. Okay, next number is 4 and 4 is filled. After 4, you have 3. So after 4, you have 3, and now you can fill the 3 anywhere. Okay, and now after 3, we have one more 3. So now you want to place the 3 closer to the 3. So here you get the 3. Okay, and what is there after 3 now? We have 4, and after 4, we will have one more number, that is 2. So where would you place your 4? Where would you place your 4? Next to the 4 or next to the 8? Where should we place the 4? You can write in the chat box. Okay, so we will play next to the 4. So yeah, so some Vijay Lakshmi madam answered next to the 4. Very right. Okay, so now Jyoti ma'am will tell you how to add the score.
हाँ इसी में बताएं.
ये आपको पहनना पड़ेगा.
Right now I think Neha hold on to it. I'll do the. Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going to add the scores. So see the links. Oh, somebody said it's 15. Let's check if the answer is 15 or not. Great. Okay. Okay, so let's see. What's the score?
This is all the things that came. Okay, so 1 came only once. So
No points.
1 time 0 and 0.
2 came only once, and there says no connection. There is no link. So 0 points. Now 3 was 2 times. So there is how many links are there? 1 link is there. So 3 times 1 will be 3. Okay. Then 4. How many links are there between the 4? 2 links. Oh, sorry, 1 link. So 4 times 1 is 4. Okay. And then we have 7, but there is only 1 7. So no link. So 7 times 0 is 0. And then we have 8. Okay. How many links are there between 8? 1 link is there. So let's do the total. So 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 plus 8 is 15. So the total gift is 15. Okay, so everyone was right who wrote 15 points in the chat box. Everyone got the right. So we hope the rules are clear now.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Neha. Hopefully that makes sense. So well, let's Score is 15. Perfect. So, but actually, we're going to play this game on a bigger grid. Okay, so let me ask this question. So right now I said the score is how much? So let me move now that you all know how this works, let me get rid of these. Yeah, 15 for our 3 by 3 grid. In the grid in front of you, okay, in which I put 2 5s and 3 2s, sure, score on the 3 by 3 grid is fine. Does it make sense why the score on this grid, on this 5 by 5 grid, with these numbers, is it clear why the score is 9? Yeah, okay. So take a minute. Think about this. How many links between 5? How many links between 2? Okay.
So now you have to tell the score between on this. So you can see some numbers on the screen. What is the score?
Yeah, I can't manage this thing. Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Okay, so now can anybody tell me, is this the best or could I do better? Could I get a slightly better score or is 9 the best score I could have? Yes, 9. So the 3 by 3, we got a score of 15. On this board, we're seeing a score of 9. Can I do with the same numbers? Can I get better than 9? Okay, let me show you. Supposing I put my numbers like this. Now, how many links? Same number, just three times I have 2. But now I managed to get one more link. So instead of having a score of 9, I have 2 times 3, 6 for the red plus 5 for the blue is 11. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let me ask you our first poll question. Okay, so the question is, if the score for this is 11, okay, can you tell me what the score, let me launch the poll. Okay, so tell me what the score is now. Okay, let's give you a moment. So what you have to do is to try to draw on your paper, make the links, and then calculate the score. So take your time. I'll also do it here. So I'm saying, so and I can't show them, but you should draw it on your paper. You draw lines now between these numbers. If they're the same number, you get to draw a line and see. Yeah, very nice. Okay, it's beautiful. I can see some. I mean, so Julok, 8 plus 8, wonderful. 8 plus 11. So you're saying is white wale, I mean, just for the black colored numbers, for the ones you're saying a score of 8. So you're adding that to your previous 11. Wonderful. Okay, so I think about 64 people have answered. Neha, should I give it a little more time or should I?
We can wait for 1 more minute. Let's make it 100.
Yeah, so if we could get a few more answers, that would be great. And the reason I did not give you 8 as an option is I didn't want to confuse you. I do want you to add that new score. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. So I think, yeah, I think. Yes, perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so shall I end the poll, Neha? Okay. Okay, so now, so this is, oh, wait, I just saw somebody typed up the whole 2 times 3 plus 5 times 1 plus 8 times 1 is 19. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so what you're doing is you're counting the number of links between the same number, multiplying it by that number's value, and that's your score. Okay, wonderful. So this is where we are, and you're quite right. All of you are right. This is the score. Okay, so now let me actually. So if you have lots of numbers, that doesn't really help. You just want to have only where you have a link do you get a score. Okay, so 1 second. Actually, 1 second. I should have given you a minute, right? Okay, so in this picture, we're going to try to calculate the score of this before we play one round together. Okay, so we're going to, after this, all of us together will play one round, even though I think I seem to have, yeah, okay, I'm doing okay for time, right, Neha?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We have time.
Yeah, okay. So, do you think you can? Okay, so let me help you calculate the score. So the one link between 1, 6, and 9. So what is the score for only these one links? 9 plus 1 plus 6, so 16. Okay, and I've not finished counting. I've only counted 3 of these pieces. I also see one more pattern. I can see that 3 of them. Yes, perfect. So I've counted only the single links and that gave me a score of 16. Now I have all these blocks where there are these 4 numbers together. So there is 3 fours, 3 of the, sorry, 4 of the fours, 4 of the threes, and 4 of the eights. Okay, so when you see numbers in this group of 4, you can see that there are 6 lines between them. Yeah, okay. So when I do the blocks of 4, now I count 6 lines and I multiply it by the value. And did I miscalculate? Where you're very likely to be right. I may have a typo. Let me see. So you're saying 48, 48, 36, and 18 is how much? Is that 90? 6, 6 is 36, 6, 3 is 18.
102. 36 plus 48 plus 18, na?
Right.
102.
102. So that is 102. 102. And before what did we have? We had 16. So isn't it 118? Okay, so it's very likely that I made a calculation error. So I want you to check my work.
This one.
Yes, I can see some 128s and some 108s, but I think maybe we're all just doing some calculation. That's okay. Okay, so but my question for you, my second poll question for you. So I did some calculation. If I tell you that this is 118, the thing I've not calculated is the 2s and the 7. So my question for you is in this board, what is the total score? Did I manage to do that?
Whole function.
Can you see it or no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but it's not on my screen, is it?
It will.
I launched it.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, but is in case, what do they see?
They see this. They see this also, this also.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so my question is, what is the total score? Okay. So ideally, if you can do it in the poll and not in the chat, but it's okay. Thank you for calculating. Yes, I'm going to wait for a minute. Hopefully. Okay, it looks to me like everybody's understood now. So I'm going to make the question. Okay, so let's give it a few more minutes. And if anybody, now is a good time. If it's not clear to anyone, now might be a time to ask me to repeat or whichever part of the rules are not clear. Yeah, I can see, but I'm going to tell you in just a minute. So let everybody have a few minutes to calculate. And then, yes, of course, I will show you how to calculate. Okay. Hence, I'm waiting for about 60-65 responses on the poll because that's what we had last time. I'm hoping if all of you put your answers into, yeah, Nirmal. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. So if you look at the, oh, you're quite right. What did I do? I actually, you're very correct. Yes, I should have been pointing at the 4 and I should have said 6 fours are 24. Uh, I will correct it before I post my slides. Whoever pointed that out, great. So what I'm asking you to do is assume that I was right up until the 118, even though my 118 is not quite right, as you can see. Uh, who asked me that? I've lost that message. Hold on just a second.
That was by
Swati. Yeah, so KGBV Nalgonda, you are quite right. It should not have been 6 times 6. It should have been 6 times 4. I was trying to calculate for the next group. Okay, so that's okay. If this 118 was correct. So yes, if I've messed up the 118, of course it will be a different answer. But how much more do I get for the two? So hopefully, Swati, does that answer your question? I think you're right. I made a calculation error there, as in I pointed at the wrong thing. So you're just counting the number of links. Yes. 6 times 1, I already calculated that when I did the initial single scores. This actually, let me correct it right now. Okay, I don't want to correct it right now because it will mess up all the people who are calculating. Or I will correct it before we post the slides. Okay, but you seem to have understood the idea. What I want is only that in the there are 11 links between the twos. So you're going to have to add a score of 22 to your previous score. And the 7 gives you nothing because the 7 does not have another 7 next to it. Okay, so you're going to have to add 22 to your previous score to get the new score. So if the score is 118, then you would get 114, 140. My 118 has a problem, that I agree, and I will correct it before I send you the slides. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll where it's 60 people. Okay, so I think broadly we now know how to 67. Okay, Kavita, do you want to tell me, a little bit more than the number? How did you get 67? I have only one more thing to say before we play a game. So maybe let me finish that and then we will actually play a game. My question is, and I, एक minute. Okay, so explain which one. This one. Okay, so what I want to do, so forget what I have here. Let me tell you what I should do. What I should do, Neha, I can't manage this thing in my ear. Okay, sorry, I got it. It keeps falling out. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let me show you. Let's just. Okay. So I am going to work through how you should calculate this. So how many links are there between ones? So it's going to be one link between one. So it's 1. Plus there's 2's. There are 11 lines between the 2's. So that is 22. Plus between the 3's, there are 6 lines. So there is 4 times the number of, so the number 3 came 4 times. So there are 6 lines between the 3's. So 6 3's are 18. Okay. Plus 4 also came 6 lines. So 6 4's are 24. 7, sorry, 5 didn't come at all. 6 gives only 1 line. 7 showed up only once. 8 showed up 6 lines for 8. So 6 8's are 48. Plus 9 came once. So if I add up all these things, which I'm not going to try to do, you get the answer. Maybe I should. Yeah, so, okay, so let's do this first. This together is 40. 40, 50, 60, 70 up to here. 70, 80, and 48. So 80 and 40 is 120, 128. Yeah, so the people who calculated 128 clearly understand what's going on. Wonderful. Okay, so let me just ask you one question. Without doing any calculation, can you tell me how many more points could I have gotten here? So the next question. नहीं, एक बार ये करके then we will play. Okay, so the question is, what is the maximum score that you could have got? So just think about rearranging it. If I were to rearrange these numbers, how much more, what score could I have got to make this the maximum score? Yes, 128 for the previous one. Great, wonderful. Now look at this new last board before we play a game. I'm going to take the last 15 minutes for all of us to play one round. Okay, so if the calculations are not yet clear, that's all right. What I will do is I will post these slides to the group, and I will once more, while we play, we will do the game. We will. Yeah, I agree. I'm agreeing that it's 128. Okay, but okay, so the question is, in this picture, how can I rearrange these numbers? And when I rearrange them, what maximum? So how can I get more links? Which numbers can I make more lines between? And how many more lines could I make? So what score could I? If I tell you, maybe I made a calculation error, that's okay. Whatever it is, if I tell you that the score for this board is 165, my question is, if that is true, so accept that is true, and tell me what is the maximum score that I could have made. Okay. Yeah, 165 is the score on this board. I agree. That's not the question. The question is, if I were to move these numbers, I could make more lines between them. If I were to move it, what score could I get? If I were given the same numbers and I was allowed to move everything once, can I get a score better than 165? If so, how much? I agree. One second. So, okay, so let me try again. So if you look at these, what you're trying to think about is when we play the game, you want to try to keep the numbers to make as many lines as possible. So 165 is the score for this board. Okay, let me do this before you answer. Let me go to the overhead and let me ask you, if I put, okay, so if I draw, okay, this is what I have on my overhead. This is what I had on my okay. Can I move these numbers? Yeah, I know you. Yes, yes, yes. So what I'm trying to show you is that how can I move these numbers to get more lines between them? So right now, how many lines do I have between the fours, between the twos? If we were to count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I put the numbers like this, now how many lines do I have? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if I change this board, I can get 2 more points. Question is, yes, okay, but can I move anything else? Okay, I can move the 2, that we understand. Is there anything else? The 6s, can I do more? Okay, how do I get the 6s? Which number should I try to rearrange? So 2 we can rearrange. Is there anything else that I can rearrange here? Any other number you feel that you could get more score from? Okay, the 6. Okay. Okay. So the people who want to rearrange the 6s, how many links? So tell me which one you feel. Okay, so let me actually show you then. So let me do once more on the overhead. And then I'll let you make 8. I could get 2 more links. Yes, perfect. So let me show you what we had. So in the PowerPoint, what I have is I've got 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Oh no, I don't have one here. Ah. Okay, the only thing I don't have is an eraser. Do you have one? Okay, all right. Let me just do that. So what we had on the PowerPoint is 8, 8, 8, and 8. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4 links. But we've already seen that if you arrange in a square, so if I arrange it like this, then we can get 6 links. So instead of 4 links, I should be able to get 2 more links on the 8. 32, no, 2 links on the 8, which is 16, plus 1 more link on the 2, right? Which makes the total score I could get another 18. Okay, so what we're going to do is, maybe it's not yet completely clear. The best way to learn a game is to play. Okay, so now let me ask you one. So let me close this poll. Okay, so what would that be? That would be 183, which is the least popular answer. Oops, why can't I? Okay. Okay, so that's the answer, but let me. Okay, so let's do this. Let's actually play. So, no, one sec. So now, one sec. Okay, so what we are going to do now is, I'm going to ask you once more. Okay, we're going to now play a game. So I'm going to ask that everybody makes a, just give me 1 second. Everybody, while you all make a 5 by 5 grid. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, we're going to play a game together. Hopefully you've all made. So I'm going to ask. So, okay, so finally what we're going to do is, we're going to actually play. So take a paper, make a 5 by 5 grid and hold it up. Okay. I'm asking that you take again, make yourself one 5 by 5 grid. Yeah, actually, why not? Okay, so I'm asking that you make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do this in your notebook on a paper anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's my game board. It's not perfect. Now I'm going to give you all numbers and we're going to put these numbers into the grid. Okay, so we play together. Okay, so I'm going to play on the screen. You'll be able to see me play right now. There's everybody put a 5 anywhere or you want on the board. Write 1, 5 anywhere. Have you all got your grid? Is the grid ready? Are you ready with this? Shall we start playing? Show me your. Okay. Okay, let's take a minute and make our grids. Maybe I'm going to make one more grid so that if I want to. Okay, wonderful. That's 5 by 5. Perfect. Great, wonderful. I'm going to make one more while I wait for more people to show me.
Those who have made their grids, they can show them.
Okay, and I'm going to play with you. You're going to be able to see my plays on the board. I'm going to do it on Chrome with you, but you should write it. I'll show you how I would do it. So give me 1 minute. Let me finish making my grid. Okay, my grid is ready. Okay, so what we have is the first number is going to be a 5. Okay, so in my grid, somewhere, anywhere, I can write 1, 5. So you should all go ahead. So the first number I have is a 5 and I can write it anywhere on this grid. I think I will put it here. Okay, so don't do what I do. Put anywhere you want, write 1, 5. The next number. Okay, so I'm going to put first number is 5. Put it anywhere you want. Okay, ready? Again, remember the next number is going to be a 6. Okay, so I'm going to put the 5 here. Yeah, the next after the 6 is going to be, okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. So the first number was a 5, then it was a 6. After that, it's a 2. So I have to put the 6 somewhere. I'm going to put the 6. Yeah. Okay, let me show you. You can show me what you have. Okay. Okay, so what should I do with the 2? Anybody have a grid they want to show me, or shall I just play? Okay, so tell me when you put the 2. So I'm going to put the 2. After the 2, it's another 5. Now the 5 I want to put where? Probably want to put it somewhere here, right? So if I okay, when you've put Uh, yeah, I think I'm going to just show you how it goes. I'm going to call out the numbers. People who are playing with me, please go ahead. If not, people for whom it's not clear yet, you can see how. So the 5 I'm going to put next to the 5. The next number is an 8. Till now, no 8 has come anywhere. So I want to keep it somewhere far away. Maybe I'm going to put it, I could put it anywhere. It's up to you to. All you have to do is make some numbers and put them in a bag. We'll send it to you also. And the 6 I want to keep next to the 6. Where shall I keep it? I can keep it here, here, or here. If I keep it here, I'll get no points. So I'm going to put it here. Okay. After the 6, the next is a 7 and then a 3. Till now, we've had no 7 and no 3. So I have to decide where to keep it. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking I want to put the 7 somewhere here and maybe the 3 here. Depends on what comes next. Shall I put the 7 in the middle? I could do that also. I don't want to put it next to my other numbers. I want to give some space. So I'm going to put the 7 here. I put the 3 here. Now I've got another 2 and a 3. This is an interesting situation because if I put the 2 here, then I may not have much space for the other 3. So I'm going to put the 2 here. Okay, hopefully you've all followed along. You can see the score increasing. I've got a 3 and then I've got another 2. So I'm going to leave space next to the 2. I'm going to put the 3 like this sideways. So now I've got one link between 3's. And immediately after that, I'm going to get a 2. So I put the 2 next to the above there. I could put the 2 here, but then I would get only one line. I want to do more than that. So I put my 2 here. Okay, then after that, what I have now is a 7. Well, again, I can put it anywhere. But maybe I feel like I have more space. If I put it here, what if I get a 2? So I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll put it here. Okay, hopefully you've all put your numbers down till now. And then I have a 6. What should I do with the 6s? I put them next to each other. I put a 6 and a 6. I put a 5. Okay, now I have a 9 and a 2. 2 I know I want to keep here. 9 I don't know where to keep. Maybe I keep it. Maybe I'll keep it. I mean, I would have said let's do a poll, but it's a large number of people. So I'm going to. We can play again if you want me to. Maybe you, Neha and I can also play and show you. Okay, so all I do is numbers keep coming and I have to try to keep them as close to my previous numbers as possible. And here I have a problem because I went and put myself, there's no space now. If I get more 9s, okay, so I'm going to do quite well, I think. 8, 7, 1. Okay, and Okay, so I don't know if it's made any sense. It's a little bit hard to make out. So I want you to play with each other and maybe now ask me. So for the people, so again, so what happens is I have a bag. Let me show you my bag. What I have is I have a bag, and in my bag I've put a whole bunch of numbers. I take them out and I write that number into the grid. So you can also play this. All you have to do is make some numbers and throw them into the bag, take them out and put them into the grid. And hopefully you now know how to score. I'm happy to have it. If you have any questions now, if you want to go over something again, if anything is not clear, we can now talk about it. If you want me to play once more, that also I can do. Tell me what you want me to do.
Madam, once repeat, madam.
Once repeat, shall I play one more round? Okay, so I'm going to play. So I'm going to play, you watch me, okay? Don't play right now. I'll talk about what I'm doing and I'll play the game. So what I have is I've got a grid. I've got a 5 by 5 grid and I've got the number 2 is coming. 1 minute. Number 2 is after number 2, 5 will come. What I want to do is I want to write it somewhere so that later if I get many more 2 or many more 5, I should have space. So I'm going to try to put them as far away from each other as possible. So maybe I put 1, 2 here. Now look, I'm going to get 5 and then I'm going to get one more 5. So maybe I do that. Now it's a 2 and a 1. Till now I have not had any ones. I don't know where to put it. I wish I could ask you if anybody has an opinion. I'm going to just put it here. It's maybe not a good idea. Now 4, 8 till now didn't come. So I'm going to put them as far. One on one left side, one on right side. I think I'll put 5 here and 8 here. After that, I get one more 4 and 1 8. So notice how when I put a number next to a number, a link is formed between them. So what I'm trying to do is leave enough space on my board so that I don't know what I'll get later. But whatever I get, I want to leave enough space that I'll be able to fit it somehow. Okay, or if I'm not able to fit it, at least I don't mind if I'm not able to place a 1, maybe it's not so bad. If I'm not able to place a 9, that might make me unhappy. So, okay, look, and I said that and I got a 9. Okay, so I'll put the 9 here. I put the 3 here. 4, 3. Now I don't know whether to put the 1 here because I'm a little bit worried that I'll get a 5. So I'm going to just put the 1 here. Then I get a 7. I get a 6, 8, and 1. Okay, so I didn't do. So I encourage you. I know it may not fully make sense, and that's okay. If anything is not clear, I'm happy to discuss. We can set up a small 3 by 3 game and play that also. Or if you want me to play one big one, if you want me and Neha to play on the big overhead, we can do that also. If you have to go, I understand because it's now 4:38. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll also put a link to the game in the chat. The game is designed by a couple of mathematicians. And it's a really okay. So this is a link to the game if you want to try the online version. If you want to make a physical version like we have here, you just have to have actually maybe once shall we play one? Okay, so again, I don't know if this is how you would play it if you were playing this physically. I don't know where we can, I can stand Neha, you can sit here. No, it's fine. You should maybe unmute and talk to them. Okay. If I bring it closer, we can't both get there, so you'll have to come here.
We both are playing on the same board.
Yeah, we have to, right?
Okay, I'll come from there.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're saying, okay, दोनों अलग-अलग board पे खेलते हैं. Okay, so what we're going to do, कैसे करें? I'll play online, and in your screen, you play offline. Okay, so Neha and I are now going to play.
Can I play online?
You can play online. You can, either's fine. Okay, so what's going to happen is now I'm going to play with you by starting one more game. And Neha, again, if you have it, Neha is going to show you how to play it physically. Okay, so yeah, I can't see Neha's screen. Okay, I don't know if you can see Neha's screen. Okay, Neha, when you're ready, tell me. Okay, Neha's ready. Okay, so if you want to watch, I'm going to play on the screen and Neha's playing a little blurry. Ah, very nice. Okay, but maybe upside down. So the thing is that you're mostly seeing the bottom of your screen. So if you want to turn it upside down, maybe that'd be good. Yeah, perfect. Now I can see everything. Okay, so the first number is a 1 and I have to put it somewhere. I'll let Neha go first. I've already decided where I want to put. So Neha and I are putting it in different places. Now we have a 3 and a 6. I am going to put my 3 somewhere and Neha is going to put her 3 somewhere. After this, we both have to put a 6. I'm going to put my 6 here. And I think it's fine. It's a little bit more left toward Neha. So what I can see is the that's perfect. Number see there. Okay, so once Neha and I both now have put 6, 3, and 1. Now we've both got a 4, and then we know there's going to be one more 4. So both of us are making our 4 choices. Okay, and maybe Neha could make a link between her 4s. And we can see that there's one line now between the 4s. There's a 7. I don't know what to do with the 7. I'll put it somewhere. And then I can see that there's a 6 that we know what to do with. There's one more 6 that also is okay because we saw 6 before. Okay. Again, Neha, lines if possible. Lines between your numbers if possible. Okay. No, this is not coming. Okay. And then I have an 8 and a 3. I'm going to put the 8 somewhere. We'll also put the 8 somewhere. 3, we both know where we want to put. Oh, but look, one more 3 is coming. Okay, so I put my 3 here. And I don't really know. I'm a little worried that a lot of 8s will come. It's okay, I'll put it. I think Neha also has an assistant playing with her. That's nice. Lines. Okay, so now there are 3 3s. And now we have a 9 and a 7. Till now, no 9s have come. Okay, I'm going to put my 9 here. And I'm going to put my 7 here. Now, a 3 comes. 3, I already know what I want to do with. I put it here. And the 9, I think I want to put here. Neha and I are doing pretty much similar things with our 9. Now I have 2 4s, which is great because I have space. So I'm going to put 4 and 4, and we both make our boxes. And now there's a 5 and a 9. Okay, the 5 I don't really know what to do with. I think I'm just going to put it here. Or maybe I'm going to put it here. The 9, I know what I want to do. Six is looking good. Now 2 sevens, which I'm not very happy with. Okay, that's not great. I can hear you got all your sevens. I mean, as in now we have 3 spaces left, and we've got a 3 and a 2. So the 3 is easy. Now the 2 is a little bit hard, but great. I know I have a 4, so I'm going to put my 2 here and 4 here. Okay. So now if you're scoring this kind of thing, and of course I had a very unfair advantage because I was playing on the digital version. Neha was trying to write while I read. But when you play the game, now instead of calculating the whole score, what you can do is you can just compare links. So how many links, Neha, between? I have no links between ones. Because only one came. So we don't have to worry about ones. But if we were to ask, 2 also came only once, how many links do you have between 3? Our pattern looks the same. So clearly we have the same number of links and we don't have to compare at all. Now, if we go to 4, how many links? So if you see, I have a square plus 2 lines. So I think Neha has not been able to make 2 of these. I think 8 points, Neha, is that correct? I'm on 4. So if you look at 1, we have the same thing. 2, we have the same thing. 3 also, we have the same pattern. So we don't need to think about it. 4, if you compare the number of links Neha has versus mine, I have 2 extra links. So I have 8 points when you count up to 4. 5 also came only once, so nothing to compare there. 6, we both made the same pattern, nothing to compare there. Okay, both of us did not make the perfect pattern for 7. I could have made one more. I right now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have made one more, but I was not able to. And Neha could have made 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 2 more, right, Neha? But compared to me, she only has not made one link. So my question to all of you, and then if you look at the 8 and the 9, we have the same pattern. So what is the difference in the score between? So my score is 154. Can you tell me what Neha's score is? Yeah, so those 2 patterns were different. Okay, so if you look at only the 7 pattern and the 4 patterns were different for the 2 of us. So what is the difference in the score between Neha's and mine? Numbers hai. Are you saying bye? Okay, KGBV. I don't
So
know.
does anyone want to answer? What will be my score? So everyone agrees my score is less than Jyoti ma'am. You can give a thumbs up if you or a thumbs down. Oh, you also played this game.
Oh, very nice. Oh, nice.
Oh wow, you also played. This game is interesting. They also played it.
Very nice.
ज्योति मैम स्कोर के लिए वेट करना है
Huh?
स्कोर के लिए वेट करना है अभी
Yeah, if anybody has an opinion, if not, you can mail us, text us, whatever, put it in the Telegram. Right?
So you can play this game on online also, and you can make your tokens also. Do we share the tokens?
In the box, yes, but right now, the hope is when you get the box, you'll start playing at once. So,
Okay.
total score. Yeah, my total score is 154. The question is, what is Neha's total score? Okay, so the question is what is the difference between the links that I made and the links that Neha made? And we said that it was 2 links difference in 4 and 1 link difference in the 7 pattern. Yeah, I think you're close, but that's could also be that I miscalculated. But what is the difference in score? I guess let's ask that. My total score is 154. Question is not for mine. The question is, what is Neha's total score? Or forget total score, what is the difference in score between these 2 boards? Yes, perfect. Okay.
Now you can find the score.
Yeah, now of course. Yeah.
What's the friend?
Oh, you said I can find the score?
Huh?
Yeah, you're saying I should find the score?
No, you can tell them now. Now that the difference is 15.
Okay. So if the difference, Neha says that if the difference is 15, can you tell me what Neha's score is? ये तो बाहर खेलने जा रहे, which I think is fair.
कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं? Do you want to say some? Rajita.
Yes, please, Rajita.
चलिए 139. Okay.
Okay.
चलिए end कर सकते हैं.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. 1 minute. Let me just say bye in person. Okay, thank you for playing with me. That was, yes, 139 is correct. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye, Rajita. Did you want to say something? I don't know if it's Rajita, so that is the device name is Rajita.
You can unmute. आप बोल
Yeah.
उनको. They can unmute now.
Yeah, you please go ahead and unmute if you have anything to say. Anybody who wants to unmute can unmute.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, madam. Bye.
KGBV Madirala, you want to say something? We are listening. The game is online.
I can't really hear. But yes, there's an online version. You can also make. So I've put in the chat. I'll put once more.
I'll put in the group also.
Okay. They have put it in the group also, but we're putting the link in the chat again. But also you can make it physically. There's no need to use a device if you don't want to. We will send you when the box comes, you will get one. But while you're waiting, you can just put some numbers. Even you can ask people to call out numbers. No need even, you can have one person. You can take turns to pick a number. This goes away.
Okay, madam.
Bye.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay, bye everyone.
Thank you, madam. Bye.